everybody, my name is Lunny B, and today I was going to do another video on my education frustration, just kind of doing a shorter video than the last one. The other one, that was a little bit long to be talking about fairy tales, but I got very excited. But the editing was lots of fun too, because I figured out how to put images in. Anyway, I was going to do a short video today on my outline, which I have finally got all up on the wall. I finally got the last bit of my project up on the wall of how I'm going to do my section 1. So I spent a good part of today with colors and coloring all of the parts of my outline. And that kind of led me to this, which then evolved into this. So it got me thinking about impulsive behavior, because for some reason, anytime I'm around smelly felts or crayons, I just have this impulsive desire to just cover an entire page with one color, several colors, and it's especially bad for smelly felt. I don't know what it is, but every time I play with them, every time that I write with them or do any kind of coloring or activity, a lot of the time it's doing things like outlines, I just want to color the whole page in grape. And it got me thinking about impulsive behavior and whether or not this was normal. So I looked it up using a wonderful tool that the interwebs knows very fondly called Google. Using some very highly recommended sources here. The first one I found was on sciencedirect.com, and it's essentially, I typed in impulsive, good or bad, and I found out today that impulsivity is pathological in several psychiatric disorders, including attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder, drug addiction, and personality disorders. Now, I've never been diagnosed with ADHD. I don't think I have it, because I'm able to concentrate. I do get distracted really easily, but I'm able to concentrate, get things done, and I don't get like anxiety or, from what I understand, it's like an inability to focus, and that causes other issues in other parts of your brain. Like I honestly don't know a lot about ADHD. I don't think I have it. Who knows? I could have a mild form of it. I don't know. Drug addiction. I definitely don't have a drug addiction. Dude, I'm totally in control. No big deal, man. This is who I am. I'm totally fine. I'm totally under control. Just need a few lines. That's all. Just need a few more lines. Just need a little bit of that apple. You know, a little bit of that apple. Maybe some watermelon. Freaking gonna follow my nose wherever it goes. I'm fucking Toucan Sam. Get those lines. Those lines will get you every time. I don't have a drug addiction, and personality disorder. This one, I don't have a personality disorder per se. I do talk to myself a lot, and I think that as long as the voices that I hear is myself talking to me, not another identity talking to me, I think that that's normal, because I spent all day today talking about my outline to myself. So hopefully that doesn't qualify me as having a disorder. Personality disorder. Anyway, most interestingly, impulsives are highly sensitive to reward cues, but curiously insensitive to punishment cues. this is starting to ring true more of kind of my personality. They need someone to temper their enthusiasm, to consider consequences, to plan ahead, and to keep persisting in the face of failure or setback. This is painting a very negative picture for impulsive people. So I kind of was feeling that maybe there is something else. Maybe there's a benefit to being impulsive, because this is where my train of thought went. That being impulsive and being able to let go in the form of coloring seems pretty normal. It's kind of a good way to let go of strain, to let go of tension, whatever. There's something called functional impulsives that can quickly take advantage of unexpected opportunities. They can rapidly put their thoughts into words, they can think on their feet, and they are mentally agile. The bright functional impulsive is an asset, and a dim one is not much so. So, combining this idea of being impulsive, I also was wondering, well, this is kind of like the Diet Coke of being impulsive. I impulsively color on pieces of paper when I have crayons and smelly felts. So I looked up the benefits of coloring, because coloring is something that has been kind of exploded. Everyone has adult coloring books. I have a Harry Potter coloring book, and I just enjoy coloring in general. I think these two things can balance out. So, one of the first psychologists to apply coloring as a relaxation technique was Carl J. Jung in the early 20th century. He did this through the mandala, which is a circular design of concentric shapes similar to the Gothic church's rose windows. They originated in India. When coloring, we activate different areas of our two cerebral hemispheres, says the psychologist Gloria Martinez Ayala. So the action involves both logic, by which we color forms, and creativity when mixing and matching colors. This incorporates the areas of the cerebral cortex involved in vision and fine motor skills. So this relaxation provides lower activity of the amygdala, a basic part of our brain involved in controlling emotion, and that affects stress. So if you're impulsively coloring, I feel like you find a really good happy medium. As long as it's not consuming your daily life. As long as you're not coloring pages and pages and pages. But my impulsive scribbles, apparently I think can even out. And that's kind of where I began this questioning of my behavior. Was thinking that I was doing something healthy, when turns out being impulsive can sometimes not be healthy. But I suppose if it's impulsive coloring, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because you're just coloring. You're not purchasing thousands of dollars of coloring books. Yeah. So, as a means of me wanting to do a video about me getting school done and feeling proud of myself, led me down a bit of a rabbit hole of coloring and impulsive behavior. I got a lot of work done today. I'm very proud of myself. I got to color impulsively with my smelly felts, which was wonderful. And yeah, I'd like to know people's thoughts if anybody has impulsive issues or coloring issues, or if anybody thinks coloring is great, or anybody thinks that it's they're kind of going overboard with the whole coloring thing. I personally enjoy coloring. But yeah, let me know. Thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Lonnie B, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye-bye!